Welcome, Frank Zappa and John Lennon, to this debate on whether rock music has lost its way. Frank, you'll start. What's your position?
Thanks. Look, rock music hasn't just lost its way. It's been hijacked by corporate interests, formulaic nonsense, and a bunch of talentless hacks who think autotune and TikTok dances are the pinnacle of creativity. Back in the day, rock was dangerous. It was raw. It was about pushing boundaries. Think the Velvet Underground, Captain Beefheart, or even my own stuff with the Mothers. Now, it's a product, a playlist filler. The industry doesn't want art, it wants profit. Kids aren't learning instruments, they're learning how to go viral. It's a travesty.
Oh, Frank, you're as cranky as ever, aren't you? I see where you're coming from, but I'd say rock hasn't lost its way. It's just evolved, mate. Music's always been a reflection of its time, and right now, the world's faster, more connected. Sure, there's a lot of crap out there. There always has been, but there's still brilliance. Look at the DIY scene, bedroom producers, artists using tech to make something new. Rock isn't dead. It's just not your kind of rock anymore. You're stuck in the 60s and 70s, mate, and that's your problem, not the music's.
Evolved? Don't make me laugh, John. Evolution implies progress, not regression. What we're seeing now is devolution. Musicians who can't play, songs that all sound the same, and lyrics that wouldn't pass for poetry in a high school notebook. Rock used to be about rebellion, about challenging the status quo. Now it's about fitting in, chasing trends, and sucking up to algorithms. You talk about DIY, but most of that stuff is just noise without substance. I'd rather listen to a Schoenberg symphony than another generic pop rock ballad.
Fair enough, but you're missing the point, Frank. Rebellion doesn't always look the same. Back in our day, we shocked people with long hair and drugs and songs about peace and love. Now, kids are shocking the system by tearing it down online, by making music that doesn't fit the old molds. Take someone like Billie Eilish. She's not your traditional rock star, but she's got something to say, and people are listening. Rock's spirit isn't just in the sound, it's in the attitude. And that attitude? It's still there, just in different clothes.
Billie Eilish, please. She's a product of the same machine I'm talking about. Her brother produces everything, and the label markets her as this alternative icon, but it's all calculated. Compare that to what we did. Writing complex compositions, playing live without a net, taking risks that could have tanked our careers. Rock used to be about craftsmanship, about skill. Now it's about image and branding. You're romanticizing mediocrity, John.
And you're romanticizing the past, Frank. Not every band in the 60s and 70s was a masterpiece. We had our share of rubbish too. Bubblegum pop, cheesy love ballads. The difference is back then, you and I could cut through the noise because we had a platform. Today, anyone can make music. And yeah, a lot of it's garbage, but that's democracy, isn't it? The cream still rises. And if rock's changed, it's because the world has. People don't need 3-chord anthems to rebel anymore. They've got the internet, they've got culture jamming, they've got art in ways we couldn't imagine.
Democracy in music sounds nice, but it's a myth. The algorithms decide what gets heard, not the audience. Spotify, TikTok, YouTube, they're the new record labels, and they're worse. At least the old labels had to pretend they cared about art. Now it's all about data points and engagement. Rock isn't even rock anymore. It's a genre mashed up with hip-hop, electronic, whatever sells. The purity's gone.
Purity? Since when were you Mr. Purity, Frank? You mixed rock with jazz, doo-wop, classical. You were a genre blender before it was cool. What you call impurity, I call innovation. Rock was never pure. It was always a mutt, a beautiful mess. And if it's mixing with other styles now, good. Music should evolve, not stagnate. You want to freeze it in amber like some museum piece, but life doesn't work that way.
Gentlemen, we're running out of time. Final thoughts? Frank?
Rock's lost its soul, and until artists start prioritizing creativity over commerce, it's not coming back. The tools are there. Anyone can record. Anyone can distribute. But the will to make something truly original, that's rare. I'm not holding my breath.
And I say rock's soul is alive, just in new forms. It's not about guitars and drums anymore. It's about expression, about connecting. The spirit of what we did, Frank, it's still out there. You just have to listen harder.
Thank you, Frank Zappa and John Lennon. A passionate debate, as expected.